Okay, so welcome everybody to Know Your School Night. And listen, I'm just going to try to walk you through how best your students can be successful in my class. It's pretty straightforward, but let me get to it right now. All right, so let me get to the first point. So this is what I've told all the students. First thing is to make sure you complete all assignments on time. So the students basically have 2 classes with me a week. So they have one assignment each night and then something every Friday. So they basically have 3 things every week they're responsible for. So their first thing, complete them on time. All right. I give a pretty good window. They're not due the same day they're assigned. They get a little time to do that. Usually have a couple days to get it done. So it's pretty reasonable timeline. So if they can get it done on time, that makes a big difference. Keep up with work and don't fall behind. Right. So try to keep up with it, right? Encourage them to just keep up with your assignments. The most important thing with math is to stay with it and be consistent. All right, so keep up with the work. But if they do fall behind, make up missing assignments. Listen, I know things happen. I know we're living in crazy times. Life gets in the way sometimes. Make up missing work. Okay? They can make up work at any point. Make it up. Okay? They can attend and participate in all classes. That's the biggest thing, right? Come to class, participate in all the classes. That is the practice to help them get ready to do their homework. And that is really key to help them be successful. 5, work to master topics and improve weaknesses. That's how they get better. Remember, this class is based on getting better as we go here, right? I can understand getting off to a rocky start if that happens. Make up the work and work to get better. That's my philosophy. Work on improving at all times. And remember, like I said, show improvement. That's the key part. All right. So as this continues here, the 2 things, listen, the math grade is really just based on these things. Effort at completing homework and classwork. Right? If they do all their homework and they're working in class, that's the number one thing. The second thing is, like we just talked about in the previous slide, to show improvement. How much are they learning and growing, right? That is always factored into everything, right? If they started out a little slow and they picked up speed, or they had some weaknesses at first and they worked on those and they've improved, that is what we're looking for. All right, so when we're doing homework, this is what we're talking about. I grade homework on effort. So if homework is completed on time, all the directions are followed, and all the work is shown like I've asked, it's 100, even if they make mistakes on every single problem. Right now, I want them to, of course, fix those and understand mistakes, but I don't penalize students for mistakes on homework. They just can get penalized for not completing it and not handing it on time. So that's the next thing. If it's late, it's already marked down to 75% because it's important that students work and get stuff done as we do it, because the forgetting factor is kind of big in math. So if they can do it on time, that's why they get the 100. But if they do it late, it's a 75. Okay, so that's the penalty for going late. So if they can get it on time, obviously a lot better. All right, and anything from a 0 to 70 for late and incomplete, right? If it's late and not only late, but there's work not done there, right? So it could be any range. All right, directions aren't followed, all work not shown, things like that. All right, but that's the basic thing. Again, it's all about effort, yet again, on homework. All right, and remember, the tips for mathematical success for your students are: number 1, check grades daily on Google Classroom. We're posting. They can redo things that weren't right. We're making a lot of comments there. Check on Google Classroom. Also, if they have a cell phone, make sure their email is connected to their cell phone. They can get notifications about when grades post, right? When assignments are due. All those notifications come through the email. It's a very easy thing to link that to your cell phone. Like we talked about, make up missing work. I understand things happen. Make it up. Make it up. Don't go with the 0, right? The zeros can hurt the grade. Right? And you can always do extra credit. There's tons of opportunity for extra credit here. Once regular work is completed and you're looking for something extra to boost that grade up, I always tell the students, come see me. there's always room to extra credit and to help that work towards improvement. All right. And remember, you always have the chance to improve the grade if you're not satisfied. All right. So I want the students, my number one philosophy is have students continue to work and they will always get better. All right. The last thing I want to show you is a couple things about Google Classroom in math, right? It's pretty similar with everybody in terms of grades and everything, but specifically in math. When the students go into Google Classroom, they don't have everything up here, but they have the stream, which also has upcoming when things are due, the most current due thing. And then here's the classwork. And in the classwork is all the Friday's assignments and all the assignments that they've had currently. All right. As well as solutions to past homeworks where they can go in if they had trouble, they can see how things are worked out. These are posted a few days after homework is actually due. All right, but students can go back and take a look and see how their work compares to what we think it should look like. All right, so up here really quick, right? On the Fridays, everything's here for you with some directions. It's pretty straightforward. All right, in the assignments, this is key because if your child misses a day or internet's bad or something comes up and they miss a portion of class or a whole class, the entire slideshow from class is always right here in the Google Slides. Everything we show, help videos, examples, notes, vocabulary, all the stuff is right there. The only thing is the homework right here. That's the homework. Sometimes students think it's both. No, this is reference, right? Same thing right to go down to this one. When I go down to this one here, again, we can have reference slide. Here's a video on how to upload for students to 11 questions. Here's the homework right there. So the key part is we designed this Google Classroom so students, if they miss something, they can go back in, or if they're still confused, all the resources are here to assist them in making sure they can understand the material. Okay, also, you can find lists of and grades when you go into the assignments. There's clipboards here. You'll be able to see what's been done, right? You can see what the grade is. You can see what's missing, what hasn't been done, things like that. All right, so check out the classwork section on your child's Google Classroom, and that makes a huge, huge difference in everything. All right, so listen, it's great to see everybody tonight, and thank you for coming. We really appreciate your support, and we look forward to working with you in the future.